Bama. Dang. Cause we always hit the nail on the head. So check this out, my Miami Hurricane fans. Miami has lost to SMU. Just pissed me off all over again. Now, don't mind me. I'm still sick. Still got the flu. Probably in a little recovery mode right now. You know, it is what it is. My here, you know, let my little puppy walk or whatever. This, that, and third. But do me a favor. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. All that good stuff. But let's have a conversation. Don't mind me if I keep looking away or whatever. You know, I got to keep an eye on this little puppy. You know, don't want no damn hawks or anything to swoop down and grab him. And next thing you know, that's tough. But anyway, bring your little butt back over here. But anyways, the SMU loss pissed me off even more. Because not only did Louisville lose yesterday, Virginia lost too. They all got one losses in the ACC now. Had Miami not lost to SMU, hell, we shouldn't even lost to Louisville, but that's not even the here nor there. Had Miami not lost to SMU last week, which they shouldn't have, we would have been #1 in the ACC right now. We would be in the ACC playoffs, ACC championship game right now. Plain and simple. Good morning. We would be basically the best team in the ACC. We would have been the highest ranked team in the ACC. Think about it. When we lost to SMU, we was top 10. Had we not lost, we still would have been in that top 10 range or whatever. But here we are. Here we are. One loss Miami versus a one loss Duke. They're going to take Miami. One loss Miami versus a one loss any other of these ACC teams. We would be #1 in the conference. So this shit kind of pissed me off even more. Because right now, had we took care of business, had we not go to SMU and got embarrassed by Rhett Lashley and them old Canes and, you know, Chris Johnson for SMU didn't do nothing. We had SMU to 23 yards rushing. So clearly he wasn't a factor. Zion Nelson, I don't even know if he played or not. Wasn't a factor. Tyler Van Dyke, man, don't even get me started on him. He definitely ain't playing for nobody. They quarterback, I don't know if he's injured or what. I don't know what his purpose of being there. Why is Tyler Van Dyke at SMU? Somebody answer that. But I don't know his purpose at all. But they clearly didn't do anything. I think the only factor there that's a former Hurricane was Romello Brinson. As you guys know, Brashard Smith and those guys, they're not over there no more. They're gone. When we played, they're gone. So clearly it's only one guy over there that actually, you know, did anything in the game or whatever. But it pisses me off to know that we squandered a L to SMU and now we're not in the ACC playoff picture, ACC championship game picture, which we should be. Now, clearly, Fran Brown and, you know, Mario Cristobal had their innings or outings or whatever you want to call it, whatever it is that they had last year, where basically we lost to Syracuse. And of course, you know, Clemson went on to play for the ACC championship, won the ACC championship, beating SMU, and both of them got in the playoffs. As you guys know, with the playoff system, if you win your conference, you got a spot in there. Now, it's not a 1 through 4 anymore when you win the conference. Unless you're one of the top 4 teams and won your conference, then, you know, you're not going to be guaranteed a 1 through 4 spot. But if you're undefeated and you won your conference, guaranteed 1 through 4, if you get what I'm saying. So, clearly, Miami right now, honestly, Miami should be undefeated, but clearly we're not. Clearly we're not. And, you know, we could blame it on whatever reason, coaching, Shannon Dawson, running up the middle, whatever reason you want to come up with. But clearly we're not undefeated anymore. So clearly we got 2 losses. And clearly both of those losses are in the ACC. So, what's up, buddy? You just roaming around. Now you're hiding behind me. Yeah. So clearly, we fumbled. Clearly, we fumbled the bag. Clearly. Now, it's the ACC. Everybody in the ACC seem to be beating up on each other. For some reason, Wake Forest is a terrible team until they play good ACC teams, or the ones that's considered to be good ACC teams. It seems like Wake Forest could find a win, but against the teams that they are favored or are highly supposed to win, they lose those games. But clearly, I guess when they play good ACC teams, or the ones that's supposed to be considered good ACC teams, they find ways to win. They find ways to win. It's like Miami. Everybody look at us like a Super Bowl. They look at us like a Super Bowl. And we get everybody toughest. Now, granted, everybody toughness is still not supposed to be enough to beat us based on the talent that we have, based on the O-line, D-line, and all the stats. It just don't match up. So when all that is said, it comes down to coaching. Now, I ain't gonna beat this dead horse about Mario, Shannon Dawson, and all of them. Clearly, yesterday we saw, a little bit of difference. We saw some in-game adjustment when shit wasn't working. They went to trick plays. Hell, we saw Malachi Tony throw, Carson Beck a touchdown. We saw Carson Beck throw a touchdown to Maigoa, the offensive lineman, number 61. So clearly, when shit hit the fans, there are some trick plays you could count on. There are some difference makers, on the team that you could throw in there and give them a play or two and, catch offenses and defenses off guard out there. So, one thing we can say, though, is give it up to the defense, because they've been showing up week in and week out. There's, no doubt about it that this year has been a huge upgrade from last year. My only thing is this was the year to make it to the ACC championship. Now, it's not impossible to make it, but so much need to happen. And I'm not going down that rabbit hole in this video. I don't have enough time. This would be this video is already long. This would be even longer if I had to go down the scenarios of how Miami would make it to the ACC championship game, which is not too far-fetched at this moment. A couple teams lose here or there, then, we could. And right now it's not out of the realm of the impossible or whatever. So I'm not going down that road. But had we took care of business against Louisville, had we took care of business against SMU, both games that we was highly favored in, double-digit favorites, and we lost. Had we done that, we wouldn't be in the position that we're in right now. But college football, man, it's crazy. Every week something different happen. Who knows? It's a miracle if Miami play for the ACC championship, but at this moment in time, I'm not going to fully doubt that it'll happen, but I've been watching C-Mode. Next week, if some of the other puzzles fall into place, then I might get a little excited. Y'all know how I get. Might get a little excited and start putting out, ACC championship scenarios, how Miami make it, blah, 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 this, then, and third. And, maybe good old Jolly T2Y will come back, and hopefully Miami don't disappoint me, because every time I do these good old Jolly, how we make it to the ACC championship, Miami disappoint me. So, man, how you guys are feeling, though? Everything is falling into place now. Playoff-wise, a lot of teams took L's yesterday. BYU got mollywopped, beat by 29-7 against Texas Tech. BYU was the number 7 team in the country. Texas Tech was the number 8. Clearly, they're going to get BYU up out of there. Now, how far they drop, that I don't know. But with number 14 and 15, as in Virginia and Louisville, both ACC teams lost yesterday, they're going to drop. Miami was coming in at number 18. We blow out Syracuse yesterday, 38-7. So clearly, Miami's going to 38-10. I'm sorry. Miami clearly is going to move up, maybe a spot or two, maybe 2 or 3 spots. So my question now is, where do we land? Clearly the AP poll doesn't really matter, but the way the AP poll is set up, it's like a it's not going to be 100% accurate to the way the college football, playoffs ranking is, but it'd be something close to it. So until Tuesday at 7, when they give us the college football rankings, we got to go with the AP because it'll get as close as possible to what that college football playoffs, if you want to kind of have an idea of what it'll look like on Tuesday night. So AP poll will come out today, and we'll find out coaches poll and all of those. We'll kind of see what the coaches are thinking. We'll kind of see, what the voters are thinking. I don't put too much trust into the voters sometimes, because some of them, I don't really think they watch games. I think they just, look at the final scores and just put teams in there based on record and stuff like that. I don't think most of them actually watch a game, or even the condensed version or the highlights or anything. I think they just basically go by brand and stuff like that too. And obviously, if you're in the SEC and Big Ten, you probably get, a little bit of push because the brand and the TV deals and the money and all that kind of stuff. It is what it is. I got a lot of, things that go into that, not to mention, I do think college football is rigged to a certain degree. For example, Miami was a 28.5 favorite against Syracuse. Miami won that game by 28 points. Y'all think that shit's a coincidence? No, nah. Most of these games, teams be favored by this and that and the third, and then when they win by exactly that, or they win by 1 point over that, or 1 point less than that, no. I don't believe anybody could be out here predicting these games so precisely. So, it is what it is. Not going to go down that rabbit hole. I'm trying to live. There's a lot of money in this game, If Vegas and all them boys want to call me up and give me a deal where, hey, I make a little profit, hey, man, that's tough. I will take it. I will take it. Vegas, I will take it. That's tough. But anyways, man, y'all let me know how y'all feeling. Clearly, I'm sick. I'm not gonna do a live show this morning. That's why I'm making this video. So, guys, do me a huge favor: hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Sometime this week, if I feel like it, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I might not do it, but I ain't gonna make no promises. If I feel like it, I might do a live, or I might just continue to do video format where I just, give you guys my thoughts and feelings about the playoffs, about the rankings, about the ACC championship, all of that in one, because basically that's what it narrows down to now, as of right now, in college football. If Miami were to take an L, though, this whole conversation will shift, and we'll start talking about bowl games. But anyways, hit the like button, subscribe, and that's it.